.6-inch laptop which comes with a laptop bag. Before we talk about the specifications, let's talk a bit about the purchase itself. I got this one from Amazon.in for a little over 41,000 rupees. Quick tip on at what price you should buy this product. Well, anywhere between 39,000 and 43,000 would be a good bargain for this. Anything more than that, I would suggest you to wait for the price to drop. Alright, so that was about the purchase and price of this laptop. Without further delay, let's get into the unboxing. Very nicely packed package over here. It's got a lot of protection, a lot of huge bubble wraps, so good job to Amazon with that. Just gonna keep that aside. So there you, as we can see, that's the bag taped along with the laptop. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them out very carefully and cut them off. So there you go, the laptop here, and you get the bag as well with the orange stripe, the typical Lenovo laptop bag that you get. So let's take a look at that a bit later. So that's the whole package, guys. You have a lot of bubble wrap, you have the bag that's stuck, and you have the laptop itself. So let me just get rid of all these things and concentrate on the laptop. Alright, we have another set of wrapper on the top, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this as well. That's done. Let's take a look at the box itself. Where do you find the openings and stuff? Alright, here we go. This is where you have the seal of Lenovo, and you have a bunch of stickering and not cautious warnings. So let's go ahead and break open the seal. That's about it. Alright, so that's the first sneak peek into the laptop. So here we have the laptop, guys. I'm just gonna keep it aside for the moment. Let's take a look at the documents that you get. So these are the documentations that you get along with the laptop. The first one would be Office 365, how to set it up, and the product key for this as well. And the next one would be the Lenovo support and service centers in and around the nation. And then you have the user manual. So what else do we get in this box? Alright, so we have the battery, and then we have the charger for that. So this is how the battery looks. pretty decent, and same goes with the wall plug chargers as well. There you go, you have the adapter along with the power cable. So that's about it. As you can see, very minimalistic when it comes to packaging and documentation. So to sum it up, these are the things that you get out of the box. You have the laptop itself, you have the battery, you have the charger adapter, and you have the charger cable. Alright, so moment of truth, pulling the laptop out of its final wrapper. So there you go. So first impressions, it's got a very simple and neat design. As you can see, it's just completely black with chrome Lenovo logo on the top left. So that completes the unboxing. Let's quickly jump into the hardware specifications. So if you take a closer look at the finishing of the laptop, you'll see that it's not entirely black. You'll see a glittery finish to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this camera, so spare me for that, but it's definitely not pitch black or matte black or jet black. It's got a glitter finish to the black. Flipping the laptop towards the left, you will find the power cord slot followed by the Novo button. Novo button is an addition by Lenovo. What it does is when your computer is switched off, you can just press and hold this key to boot into the BIOS of the system instead of going through the rebooting process and all that. You just have to press this button and you boot into BIOS. Followed by ventilation grills. Following the ventilation grill, you will find the video out port, followed by the Ethernet port and HDMI port, and the two USB 2.0 ports as well. So that's about it on the left of the laptop. Let's move on to the right. On the right, you will find the 3.5mm audio jack, followed by the SD card slot and the single USB 3.0 port. So you have a total of 3 USB ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports on the left and 1 USB 3.0 on the right, which is followed by the DVD writer and the security lock. At the back, you have the usual stuff. You have a Windows 8 logo followed by the battery slot. You have a lot of ventilation, and you have these really nice and tight rubber padding for the laptop. One thing I didn't like about the physical aspect of this laptop is that your fingerprint kind of gets smudged when you hold it tight. As you can see, my fingerprints are all over the surface of this laptop. It's not just with the back part, it's also with the front. So as you can see, once you start using it, you would actually want to keep a good protective layer on top. So let's go ahead, open it up and power up this beautiful black laptop. The laptop is powered on and it's currently setting up Windows 8.1, which does take a while. So meanwhile, let's go ahead and check out the keyboard layout and the more serious specifications of this laptop. As you can see here, it's got the Lenovo G50 series branding, followed by Dolby Audio. The current version of Dolby Audio on this laptop is Dolby Advanced Audio version 2. It does provide some good quality sound. It's not the greatest, but you still get a good quality of sound out of this laptop. It's followed by the webcam, which is a 0.3 megapixel, but it does do 720p recording, and followed by the USB 3.0, which is present on the right of the laptop. On the left, you will see the Intel branding, which brings us to the processor specifications. Well, this version of G50 series runs on 5th generation Intel Core i5 5200U processor which is clocked at 2.2 GHz. This 5th generation of Intel Core i5 processor is coupled with 4 GB of DDR3 RAM which is clocked at 1600 MHz. The RAM can be expanded up to a maximum of 16 GB. Next to the Intel branding sticker you will see the AMD Radeon graphics, which represents the 2 GB DDR3 AMD Radeon R5 M230 model. The best part about the Intel processor and AMD graphic card combination is the reduced heating. Moving on to the touchpad, this is a multi-touch touchpad which works great with Windows 8.1. It's a bit rough, sort of a matte finish, and these buttons are kind of hard to press, but I think with usage you would actually get used to it. You can actually toggle between applications, rotate, zoom, or other functions or other gestures that you can use to operate with Windows 8.1. Moving on to the keyboard, this is something that Lenovo calls as AccuType keyboard. Well, it's a full island style which you would get on a desktop. As you can see, the numpad is separate. So yeah, you get the full desktop keyboard. The keys are ergonomically placed that allows more fluidic, spacious and comfortable typing, but I'm kind of not really happy with the keys itself. I mean, I'm a sort of a person who likes a bit more tactile, and I feel that these are a bit shaky for my liking, but I'm not really sure. You guys might enjoy it. So this is just a personal opinion. They're not that tactile enough, but they are pretty good nonetheless. You have the power on and off button on the top over here. So that's about it at this part. Let's move on to the screen. It's got a striking 15.6 inch HD LED glossy display which has a resolution of 1368 x 768. It's got great viewing angles, but I don't think you would be able to see it through this camera, so sorry about that. But with the naked eye, I'm very sure you're going to enjoy the visibility and accessibility of the screen. Speaking about the software, you have Windows 8.1 with a lot of bloatware, if you would ask me, so I would highly recommend deleting or uninstalling these before you make good use of the laptop. Coming to the battery backup, the 4-cell battery gives you an average of 4 hours of screen on time, but I think with proper usage and brightening settings, it would crank it up to 5 or 6 hours. You can use this laptop as a gaming laptop. The 2 GB of eIDIA Radeon graphic cards is very much capable of it. If you're going to be using this laptop to play graphic heavy games such as Call of Duty, Crisis or any similar game, I would suggest upgrading the 4 GB RAM to 8 GB or take it all the way to 16 GB. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the quick unboxing and review of the specifications of the Lenovo G50-80 laptop. So let's talk about the bag. So the laptop weighs in at 2.5 kilograms and it wouldn't be ideal to be carrying around in your hand. So Lenovo has been kind enough to give us a really nice bag. So let's go ahead and check out how the bag is. There you go, you have a lot of space even after shoving the laptop in. You have the place to keep your accessories, and you have a lot more space to keep other things as well. So good job to Lenovo on that. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more.